Welcome to another episode of Live with Laura. I'm your host, Laura Hediger. If you are watching or listening in real time, it is Thursday, May 7th. We are approaching Mother's Day weekend, and as a very proud mom of two, I knew I wanted to use some time this week to talk about moms and to talk to moms, because I've learned in the last 3.5 years, there is no harder job in the entire world than being a mom. It's also the best job, but it's really, really hard every single day. And I have learned that you have to be physically strong to even get through the day. And someone who has helped me through my own fitness journey is our guest today. Very excited to be joined by Natalie Exline. She is a mom of three, a nurse, a personal trainer. She has her own personal training business. Natalie, I don't know how you do everything you do, but thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
And happy early Mother's Day.
You too.
So let's talk about what you do specifically to lay the groundwork that helps women on their fitness journey, especially when they know they want to be a mom.
So my biggest thing is just to get in a routine that's comfortable for you. So like sticking in a routine is the biggest piece of advice, because once you're like kind of set in your ways, it's hard to break it. Mm-hmm. And like then when you do like kind of break it, you're like, oh, I don't feel the greatest. Oh, I don't feel great because I haven't been working out. And it's not even that, like, I think I just posted about it the other day, like working out for me, like within motherhood, is less of a punishment and more of like, this is my time where nobody needs me. No one's asking me to do anything I don't want to do. And it's just like, even if I end up only walking for 30 minutes, like it was 30 minutes where I just like zoned out. Mm-hmm. Even if I zoned out on Netflix, like I zoned out.
And what's interesting about you is you have found this niche to help women who are thinking about becoming pregnant. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. As you know, I've been battling a cold.
Yeah.
Thinking about becoming pregnant, women who are pregnant, and then also postpartum. Yeah. Why did you decide to help women along their fitness journey, especially during that very important time?
So when I was pregnant with my oldest, she is 5. Before that, I actually ended up having a miscarriage, and I was doing very intense exercises. And after that, it was hard to not be like, did I do this? Like, was something wrong? Obviously, there was nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with what I was doing. But then COVID hit, and I didn't know how to exercise. I was like, what do I do? I was just a group fitness instructor. I knew very basic things. And I found somebody online who's actually in Chicago, and we met just like via FaceTime. And after that, I was like, why isn't there someone like this in St. Louis? Like, there are people, but I wanted someone who was like, it's okay to be lifting heavy weights. It's okay to be doing cardio. Like, you don't need to be changing what you're doing. Let's just make it so it's safe. So that was really what I wanted to do. Like, I wanted everyone to feel like whatever you were doing wasn't going to harm you. It's not going to harm your baby. And as long as you feel okay, your doctor says it's okay, like, let's just keep progressing in a way that's healthy and safe.
I'm so sorry about the miscarriage.
It's okay.
I go to the gym where you work. It's called Shred 415. And I remember when I found out that I was pregnant with my first, and I had been going to that gym routinely in the lead up to the wedding. I knew what I was doing. Yeah. But still, once I took that pregnancy test, I, like you, was terrified. I was so scared. And it was comforting talking to my doctor about realistically what I can do, but also being around other moms and seeing what they're doing too.
Right. Yeah, and it's tough because, and it's no knock to doctors, they know what they know, mm-hmm. and it's not their area of expertise. And a lot of them are older, so they do function on a more like, don't get your heart rate above a certain level. And that's all kind of out the window now. It's more like, what's your perceived exertion? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we don't want you going 10 out of 10, but like you can go 7 out of 10. Mm-hmm. So.
And something else, as we talk about all of this, my doctor, and I'm sure yours told you too, don't do any exercises that might have a direct impact. So kickboxing, boxing, horseback riding, yes, all those things out the window.
Yeah. Sorry, horses.
So you now have 3 kids. What is it like framing out your day to get in that exercise?
So I kind of look at based on what I got going on that day. So my oldest two are in school, and I have clients who come to my house, or I meet with them virtually. So right now, if I meet with them virtually, I kind of do it at any time during the day. But if they come to my home, I do it during my youngest nap time. So if nap time is taken up, I got to get it in the morning. And I joke around that I'm like a border collie, like, I got to move. So I either go for a run in the morning or I'll lift weights in the morning. And then if I do have free time in between clients during a nap, I'll go for a walk. Or now that it's nice outside, like, I'll take him for a walk, because the best thing is to get him outside too. Incorporating him into workouts. If my older ones are home, getting them in on it. But yeah, I just really look at how my day is structured, and every day is different. It's not like a recipe of like, I'm waking up at 5 a.m. every day. Like, I'm not Mark Wahlberg. I'm just trying to survive here.
And that's kind of the stage that so many women who are going to be watching this or listening to this are in. I feel like so many days I wake up and I think, okay, it's another survival mode day. How do I make this work?
Oh, for sure. And like, I know like social media paints like a certain picture and everyone wants you to see what they want you to see, but I'm not someone who's like, you gotta wake up at 5 a.m. every day to get it in. Like, if you can fit it in at noon, fit it in at noon. Like, it's not a big deal. It's just the only thing I like to tell people is, if you're an excuse person as like the day goes on, just get it done first thing. Like, as soon as your window of opportunity comes. Just because like, I know I am an excuse person. So come like 5 p.m. if I haven't done it, I'll be like, oh, well, my dog needs to be fed. And it's like, well, I have 4 other people in my house who could feed the dog. Like, I don't need to be the one feeding the dog.
Yes, very good point. Let's talk a little bit about the fact you said even just going for a walk. I think sometimes when we do look at our days, especially if you're in an office setting, you think, well, how can I even manage getting some steps in? But taking a walk around the building, all of those things add up.
Oh, yeah. When I was working night shift, that was like the hardest time to be able to get workouts in, just because your body is so out of whack. I really, like, people would say, oh, go home and exercise. It's like, no, I want to go home and eat and like be a couch potato. So during my lunch break, I would go and walk the stairs at Cardinal Glennon. Like, I would start at the first floor and I would walk all the way up to the 5th floor, and I would just do the stairs and eat a protein bar. Like, maybe not the healthiest, but like, at least I was moving, because I was like, I can't just sit here. If I sit here, I'm going to fall asleep, because it's just not how I was wired.
But still, what a good resource.
Oh, yeah.
It was there. You did technically have a break.
Yeah.
And especially walking stairs, oh my gosh, I bet your thighs were killing you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, thunder thighs for sure. Never can get away from them. But I was like, well, it's like a Stairmaster. It's just free at work.
Let's talk about some other tips and tricks that you have learned along the way, and maybe some of your female clients have told you that they do that work really well.
Yeah, so actually, that you do is your walking pad.
It's a game changer.
Your standing desk and walking pad. That's like a great idea. I tell people, like, if you're going to go on a work trip and you don't know if you're going to have like a hotel gym, just get the cheap like silicone mini bands online. You can get them for like $8 on Amazon. Like, bring those with you. You can always do leg moves with those. There's ways you can do arm moves. I have all videos of stuff like that on Instagram for people to follow. Or I have people who are like, I don't have time to meet with you this week. What should I do? And I'll send them one of my reels that I've made. It's like, here's an EMOM. It's 20 minutes. Done.
And EMOM stands for?
Every minute on the minute. So you got a minute to do set amount of moves. Whatever time you have left, you get to rest. And then you just keep repeating it.
Are you into the fitness trackers?
Well, kind of. I have an Apple Watch. I have like a love-hate relationship with it. Sometimes I've definitely gotten over it, but I was like very obsessive with like, I gotta close my rings. Like, ugh. Now I'm just more on like the step game. I'm like, oh, am I getting at least like 10 to 12,000 a day? Like the other night I didn't. So I was like, you know what? I want to finish watching this show on Netflix. So I'm going to go out, and I have a TV above our treadmill. So I was just literally walked for 20 minutes to finish the show. And I was like, okay, well, I got my steps. But yeah, I've tried the Oura Ring. I was not a fan of it. It was really chunky. So granted, I could have had the wrong size. I borrowed a friend's. But it would be like, you had the best sleep ever. And I woke up and I was like, I don't feel like I did. So maybe it's psychological, but it did not trick my brain. My brain was like, you're lying.
And I'm glad you admit the step count thing, because I have definitely taken it to obsessive levels, to the point I really had to dial it back, and to the point where I am still dealing with a major rash from my Garmin. So yes, this has been like a 3-month process of getting rid of it. Yes, I think it was God's way of saying, tone it down, girl. You're being nuts.
You're fine.
Oh, my
Well, that's
goodness.
like the Whoop strap is really cool, and that has a lot of data.
I'm not even familiar with this.
Okay, so it has nothing techie about it. It's literally just like I think it might be rubber or fabric, and then it does not have a screen. And it's tied to an app on your phone, just like everything else. It'll track steps, sleep, everything, like down to the T. And it tells you, like, your recovery for that day, and if you should be recovering that day or not, or if you should push, like maybe today's a great day for a hit run versus like today's more of like a chill day. But you have to sleep with it. The band is just as thick as like an Apple Watch band, so it's not like it's anything thinner or more discreet. So I was like, well, what's the point in that? Like, at least this I can see the time. And I can get text messages, but like if I'm not getting anything out of that except the data, I don't know, I'm not into that.
Yeah, but isn't it amazing how much data there is out there?
Yes, and actually my husband and I talk about this sometimes. I feel like we weren't meant to know all this. Like, just meant to know all of this information. Like, no wonder why we have anxiety. Like, I didn't need to know everything down to the T, that like my step length is getting shorter. Like, what do I do about that? I don't know. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Like, Apple, why do I need to know that? But I do. Like, it's just all those little minute details.
And they all add up, and at the end of the day, you're like, I have taken in so much information today.
Oh, 100%. Like,
and I'm glad you mentioned the recovery aspect.
Yeah.
As someone who has worked as a personal trainer, still does, how important is recovery, and what does recovery look like for women?
So I tell everyone that recovery is like the number one thing. A lot of people come to me and they're like, I've been doing these hard workouts and I'm doing them every day and I'm not seeing results. And it's like, girl, your body's in fight or flight. Like, if you are constantly doing hit workout after hit workout or constantly doing long runs, like, you are going to hold on to weight, or you are not going to like have the body that you think that you should be having from these workouts, because your body literally doesn't know what to do. Like, it's just constantly in a state of stress. So I tell everyone that whatever, like, if you're going to do high intense workout, you need a 24-hour period before you do it again. So whether it's like you do it at 8:30 on Friday, you don't do it again till 8:30 on Sunday, like, that's fine. Same with like a heavy lift. Like, you can't do a heavy lift on a Monday and a Tuesday. Like, you got to take a day off in between. So personally, back to like being the slight psycho that I am, I need to move. So my recovery days are mostly walks. So like, whether that's like an incline walk, going for a long walk around my neighborhood with my dog, my kids, whatever it is, I just need to move my body, and I know I will be in a much better mental state. But I do take like intentional, today is a walking day. Like, I will not lift a single weight today. Sometimes I don't even like step foot in my gym because I'm like, I need space. Me and my gym need space from each other.
And I like that you talk about that, because sometimes as women, myself included, I feel like, no, I am supposed to be going 1,000 miles an hour because I don't have the extra time.
Yes.
And I like that you also talk about a recovery can look like a simple walk.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to be like doing yoga or going to a Pilates class. Like, a recovery can just be walk. Like, one of my good friends, her Saturday is always her recovery day, and all she does is go for a walk. Like, she just walks her dog. I don't know how long she walks her dog, but she does walk her dog. But yeah, that's all you need. Like, just chill. We're not 20 anymore, sadly.
We're not?
So,
Oh, my goodness.
Sadly, I'm not 20 anymore, and I can't be doing HIIT workout day after day and still expect to get the same results.
We are talking with Natalie Exline, a local mom of 3, a nurse, a personal trainer. As we approach our next commercial break, where can people get information about you?
So I have a website. It's nexttrainingstl.com, and you can find me on Instagram at nat.xline or nexttrainingstl.
And I really like what you post on Instagram because it's obtainable things that we can easily incorporate to in our day-to-day.
Thanks. That's what I strive for, is like attainable, relatable content.
Yes. That's what we need more of. And that's one of the things this podcast does. We find things that are relatable to everyone, wherever you are in your life stage. When we come back, though, we are going to talk even more about motherhood and why it's sometimes easier when you are physically stronger, I have learned, and ways to make ourselves physically stronger in the little bit of time moms have. You're watching Live with Laura. As we approach Mother's Day weekend, I am thrilled to be having this conversation with Natalie Exline, a local mom of 3, a nurse, a personal trainer, and actually, I think I'm going to be spending part of my Mother's Day with you on Sunday. You lead classes at the gym, Shred 415, and you started that before you became a mom.
Yes.
How has your thought about being a strong woman changed since becoming a mom?
I think because I had a daughter first, my oldest is a girl, that really shaped like the way I was going to talk about not just like her body, but my body in front of her. And this is like no shade on my own mom. This is just how we grew up. Is like, I'm never like, oh, I got 5 more pounds to lose. Like, no one needs to. Everyone feels that way if they think it or not. But no, I don't need to vocalize that in front of her. So it's always like, I'm exercising to get strong. Or we don't say like foods are bad. We say like, yes, you can have chocolate. It's not the healthiest. If we want to eat something to make us strong, we're going to eat an apple. Or like, if she wants like, if either any of my kids want an abundance of something, it's like, well, that doesn't make you strong. One or 2 of them will, but not like 7.
I am lucky to have 2 nieces, and my brother-in-law is very physically fit. He's a coach, a PE teacher, really, really values fitness and wellness and fueling your body. And I've been so impressed hearing my sister and him talk about food as fuel around their 2 girls, that then when I became a mom, I realized that's how I want to talk about it too.
Yeah. I just think like the whole conversation needs to be centered around like, this is what we do to make ourselves feel better. Like, food shouldn't make you feel bad. So, like, if you indulge and you have a sundae or whatever, like, that you shouldn't feel bad about that. So, like, it's like, oh, well, this was a fun treat that I got to have today. Okay, like, let's move on.
And that's what's cool about our generation, because we are talking about these things in these ways.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know if my mom ever had a conversation like this. And, yeah, like, I remember as a kid growing up, and it's like, an all-you-can-eat buffet, or like, you need a clean plate club. And it's like, we would never say that now. It's like, you just eat what you want on your plate. If you don't want it, it's fine. Like, it's not a big deal.
I never realized how physical it was being a parent, and especially being a mom.
Yes.
Can you talk about some of the physicality aspects that you definitely learned after your first, but now trying to manage 3?
Oh, well, and because you have a boy, like, being a boy mom is another level of being physical. My 3-year-old will come up to me and be like, Mom, we're going to fight. And it's like, what are we fighting about? Like, I don't remember being in a fight with you, Remy, but like, all right.
Let's do this.
Right. No, it's definitely like, my husband and I say we always want to be able to carry our kids up the stairs. Now, like, I physically cannot handle all three at the same time. His goal is to always be able to handle all three, and I just say that it's a nice goal for you. But yeah, being able to squat down, pick up a kid, and carry them up a set of stairs is a physically demanding thing. It doesn't matter if they're 25 pounds or if they're 45 pounds. Like even a 25 pound, like a baby, my 9-month-old, he's almost 20 pounds. It's not like he can grip onto me the same way that my 3-year-old can. So it's, even though he's lighter, it's almost harder in some ways because you have to protect them more. And then just like, okay, you're in the grocery store parking lot and you're trying to get groceries in while one kid's standing next to you, the other one sees a butterfly and is like starting to run, and you're like, ah! Like you're going to be able to dart and grab them, whether it's like by their shirt or by their hand, but you're going to get them. So you got to be quick on your feet.
And that's been so eye-opening to me in the last 3.5 years. Having worked out a lot in my life, I never truly saw it as a way to be strong. And since having my son, I have to. And especially with the multiples, oh my gosh, there are times I carry them into daycare because they've both been having meltdowns and I have to be here at this time. So we don't have the time to sit there and talk about our feelings. Like we have to go in right now. So you're both coming with both of your book bags. And you just have to be strong enough to make all those things happen.
Oh, yeah. Physically, emotionally, all of it. It's like, well, it's like I give them a choice. Either you're going to walk in or I'm going to take you. But you only have 2 options here. And 9 times out of 10, it's option 2, which is I'm going to pick you up and physically place you there.
I like that you give them options. I need to be a bit better about them making their own decisions.
It's okay.
You talked in the first segment about lifting weights.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that because I'm a little bit older than you, but when we were growing up, I really don't ever remember women lifting a lot.
There was a stigma around it that like you were a bodybuilder or you were going to get bulky, which is just not true. And I think I like Pilates. I should say that. I like reformer Pilates. Mat Pilates, I get a little bored, but that's me being a psycho. So sometimes I fear with Pilates coming back that we're like shifting a little bit back to that mindset of the like light weights, high rep. And while that is good in some scenarios, it can't be like your only focus. You have to also lift heavy. It's going to help with your bone density and it's going to help create those long, lean muscles that you're wanting. Like there's a time and a place for the high reps, slow movement. And then there's also time and place for lifting heavy.
But I think also sometimes women then are scared of injury.
Yeah.
Because you go into especially a really big gym, not necessarily a boutique gym, and you're just surrounded by guys who are lifting all this stuff and you're like, there are so many options, I don't even know what to do.
Oh yeah. And I mean, even I feel that way going into some gyms. Like my parents live near a Lifetime in Chicago, and I'll go there to exercise when I'm at their house, and it's like there are not very many women going over to the weights. It's mostly like 30 to 40-year-old men. I'm like, why do I feel weird? Like, I shouldn't feel weird. 1, I do this for a living, but 2, like, I should be feeling welcome. And it's like, that's when you have to remember, like, no one's looking at you. They're all in their own world. Either they're checking themselves out or they're just, like, trying to make sure they're getting their workout in. So finding a trainer that's going to teach you the right form that you can carry outside of your sessions is my biggest thing. Because it's kind of like, it's like any other therapy. So like if you're always going and they're only teaching you things to do in that session, but not how to do it outside in the real world, then you're not really going to get your money's worth. So you need to be able to say like, we meet once or twice a week, but on the days that I go and do this by myself, I need to know what to do. Whether that's like you tell me exactly what to do, or at least like I can go pick up those weights and know how to do a deadlift.
Yes, because we've done this together before.
Right.
Recently, when my husband and I took a trip, we went to the hotel gym, And I did. I was standing there like doing all these moves that we've done in these classes. I'm like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
I'm not spending the entire time on a treadmill where maybe 5 years ago I definitely would have.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's like, I think back to my own fitness journey. Like in college, that's all I would do is just be on a treadmill. And then you go to the floor and bring a mat down and like do 10 crunches. And you're like, okay, I'm good. It's like, no, I need to like do a bicep curl.
Yes. And I like that you call it a journey too. Because especially for women who do want to be moms, those years are such a journey emotionally and physically.
Oh, for sure.
I can't tell you, and I know you had this too, how many people though would say while you're pregnant, are you worried about losing the pregnancy weight? Are you worried about losing the baby weight?
Oh my gosh.
Can we finally retire that?
I would love to. Like, it's just awful. Or like your pre-pregnancy weight. It's like, oh my God.
I see that on posts all the time.
Yes. Or like, I want to fit in my pre-pregnancy clothes. It's like, okay, first off, I, number one, am like stronger than I was pre-pregnancy. I could be the exact same weight on the scale as I was pre-pregnancy. Your body shifts so much during pregnancy. There is no way my hips post 3 children are fitting in the jean shorts that I fit in when I went to Italy in 2019. Like, that's just not happening. And it doesn't mean that, like, I failed. It just means that, like, your hips shift and they change, and there's no way to put them back physically. Like, you can help rib flare, you can help your core, you can help all these other things, but, like, I can't physically make my pelvis go back together.
And I think something you also have the hindsight of having 3 kids. But in those early days of, especially after the first,
Oh, yeah.
where everything is so overwhelming, and then you are just coming off a sleepless night, and then you go on social media and you see a post about bouncing back. That is so triggering emotionally.
Oh, for sure. It's not, I hate the word bounce back. It's a comeback. It's like I just want to be the strongest I can be for my kid. So sometimes I think about it as more of like, as my baby is learning milestones, like I am getting fitness milestones. So like whether that is I want to be able to deadlift the same weights I was deadlifting before, it's like, okay, well, my baby is going up the stairs now. Like it's an unfun phase at the current moment in my home. But like I also PR'd on my deadlifts this week. So like him and I are simpatico. Like we did it at the same time. So it's just, I don't know, it's a different frame of mind.
And I like that you talk about milestones. I think that's something that I should be better at in my fitness journey. What are some realistic milestones that you would suggest women try to think about hitting over the course of a year?
Like postpartum?
Yes, that'd be great.
I would say first like 4 to 6 weeks, just moving your body. Like in no way, shape, or form having any sort of like, I gotta do this. Like literally just going for walks. And I tell everyone start with like timed walks. Don't go for distance. Go for like 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, and just see how you feel. And then same with stretching. Just because you just went through so much, whether you had a vaginal delivery, whether you had a C-section, like your body just ran a marathon essentially, whether it was ripped open from one side or the other. So just stretching and getting yourself back to feeling like you can move around comfortably. And then after 6 weeks, I tell people, let's start focusing on your core. Your core just went through its biggest stretch of your life, and getting things back and reshaping it is going to be the biggest thing to help you. So using the breath work when you pick up your baby, when you're picking up the car seat, squatting instead of bending over. Same with like everyone. I just had this conversation with a client. Everyone's a butt clencher. And I say this and someone's going to hear this and be like, what is she talking about? But the next time you're at your kitchen sink, like think about how you are washing the dishes and how like your pelvis is tilted. And everyone tilts it under and squeezes their butt. And I don't know why. And it's just a learned habit from pregnancy, and then you do it when you're standing with your baby on your hip. So another milestone is to unclench your butt.
Okay, so first time we've had the phrase butt clench on Live with Laura. So Natalie, thank you for 25 episodes and getting that out. I love it.
And how many times have I said it? Probably 6. I don't know.
It's fine. It's fine. We can make it 10. But I'm coming back because I've been in your classes where you've pointed this out, and I thought it was a good thing to like stand with your muscles like tight, even those muscles too.
So there's a difference between engaging your glutes and clenching them. And like everyone knows what I mean when I like clench, like relax them a little. Like everyone thinks if I'm always clenching something or if I'm always activating it, like it's going to get stronger. Yeah. And it's actually the opposite. It's going to get weaker because it's tired. Like the same thing with your pelvic floor, your butt, your quads. Like this can be translated all over. So it's just like everyone needs to relax their butt. And this isn't just for the ladies. Guys too. Like they need to chill their butt too.
Words to live by.
Yeah.
Pelvic floor. 2 words I never put together or heard of before I was pregnant and had my son. What do you mean by pelvic floor? Because this is really big right now, talking about it, and also pelvic floor therapy for new moms.
So it is the muscle that basically is holding up your bladder and all of your insides underneath there. So having that muscle flex and relax, but also contract is what's going to keep you from having the leakage. It's going to keep you from having some tailbone pain, having pubic pain. It needs to move freely. So it's just like any other muscle, and I think people forget about it. They think like, oh, if I just do a Kegel, like that's what I need to do. And it's incorporating the proper breath work with it so that it moves without you thinking. That's the ultimate goal.
And especially as you have carried a child for 9 months, there's a lot of pressure put on that.
100%. And it's harder to activate it in the correct way. And then after you have the baby, you have these learned habits that now you have to break. So it's all a little bit of a mind game.
And even talking to my OBs, she definitely suggested seeking out a pelvic floor therapist.
Yeah.
I think it's great that we are at this time again, because I think back to our moms, that was never going to be a thing.
Oh, no. And it's funny. So I saw an Instagram reel that was back in the day, it was part of like your postpartum checklist at the hospital. Like they had to refer you for therapy. Mm-hmm. And then somewhere along the way, it fell off the checklist. So it was like, unless you went to your OB and were like, I'm having pain with this, and this, or I literally cannot hold my pee in, they were just sent you along your merry way. And now it's coming back to the surface of like, we're going to put it back on the thing that we need to check. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because, I mean, even in my own pregnancies, my first one, I've had 3 C-sections. My OB never talked about pelvic floor therapy. Mm-hmm. And I got sliced open. Like, that's insane. Mm-hmm. And then I had a different OB for my last 2, and I also asked her, but she was like, I'm just going to sign you up for it, or sign you up, prescribe it to you, and you can sign up for it. And I was like, okay, perfect.
And you went?
Yes, I've gone. I have a great gal I see right now. She is Dr. Jamie. She's the best. Empower Her Physical Therapy. She's kind of a little ways out, so she's a little trek for me to get to, but she is 100% worth it. My biggest thing is think about your goals for physical therapy and find a therapist who's going to match your goals. So her whole thing is about getting you to either lifting what you want to be lifting or running what you want to be running. And my biggest thing was I wanted to run pain-free. And we got me to a good point. I messed myself up by doing what I tell everyone not to do, which is like go through the pain. And I injured my hip, and then she has rehabbed me to I'm back and better than ever now. Mm-hmm. And it is like being on this side of it instead of telling people to go do it. Now I have done it, and I have that lived experience of being like, okay, this is what we need to do.
And especially if it's hip pain, that's something that impacts every single thing you do.
Oh, yes.
I'm not even talking about it in the gym.
Oh,
Everything.
I couldn't walk up and down stairs. It hurt so bad. My mother-in-law had to take my daughter to a birthday party the day that it happened because I was like, I physically can't walk through the park right now. Like, I will crumble up into a ball.
Two moms talking about mom stuff, especially along a fitness journey as we do get closer to Mother's Day. And as we come up on our next commercial break, I would encourage you to share this with maybe a newer mom in your life, or maybe some of your girlfriends who want to eventually become a mom, and maybe just some encouragement that, hey, you're doing awesome wherever you are on your fitness journey. And just because you then want to have kids and do have kids doesn't mean you have to stop. You can keep going. I ran 3 miles 2 days before I had my daughter.
There you go.
I would have done it the day before, but I thought my own mom was going to kill me. So I'm sorry for missing that class.
Totally fine.
But you're watching Live with Laura. We'll be right back. Just a reminder, on this May the 7th, if you are watching or listening to this in real time, Mother's Day is this Sunday. The woman who literally gave you everything. Don't forget about her. I'm Laura Hediger, sitting across from mom Natalie Exline. She has 3 little kids, 5 and under.
Yes.
When you were growing up, did you envision having a big family?
Yeah, actually. I only have one brother. He is 4 years older than me. And I always wanted another sibling. Well, I also wanted him to be a girl, but I always wanted another sibling. And then 4 years apart, especially being a boy and then a girl, is tough because we were just in such different phases of life. Like, I graduated 8th grade, he graduated high school. I graduated high school, he graduated college. So, like, we spend a lot of, like, formative years away from each other. So I felt like at times I was kind of an only child. So that's why I was like, I wish I had someone else. So, like, the heat wasn't always on me.
And now you have 3.
Yes.
What's the age breakdown between all of them?
I have a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 9-month-old. So, yeah, they're all, like, under 2 or 2.5 years apart. I don't know if I would always suggest it, but it is great because it's fun to see the dynamic of my oldest, who is a girl, with her brothers, because her and the 3-year-old are like little besties, and they fight like cats and dogs. But then right now they're sharing a room, and they will be like, well, I miss the other one, like when they're at a sleepover at grandma's house. But then her with the 9-month-old, she's like this like little mother hen around him, and is like picking him up and taking him with her. Or is like, I want to feed him. And it's just cute because it's like, well, you would never do that with your 3-year-old brother. You'd be like, well, Remy can go.
And isn't it so cool that you do see those mothering instincts so young?
It is. It's like, wow, that's so crazy that that's like just innate in her. Like, I didn't do anything, or at least I didn't think to do anything. She just wants to do it.
And especially with those close ages. My daughter has been in a sleep regression for about 9 weeks now, and has been getting up anywhere from about 2 to 4:30 in the morning. It's been very rough.
When she gets up, what does she do?
Screams.
Oh. That's a startling way to wake
Yes, it is. So either my husband or I will go get her, and we've tried everything. We've done walks around the house. We've done come back to our bed. We've done sit on the couch. And yesterday on her birthday, it was 2 in the morning, and it was her birthday, so obviously she wanted to party all day. And finally, Miss Rachel came on at 3 in the morning.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
It was truly survival. But with her getting up earlier than my son, once about 5:30 hits, she'll start saying, "Can we go get Leo now? Can we go get Leo? It's time for Leo to get up." Leo gets up at like 6:15, so now we have 45 minutes of asking when we can get Leo up. But I love seeing that between them, and it's just, when you think about having kids, those are the moments you don't know are going to mean so much.
Oh, for sure. And I just want them to be best friends. like, I always keep telling them that, like, you guys are best friends. You're always going to have each other. Like, at the end of the day, you're always going to have a brother. And Remy, like, you're always going to have a sister and a brother. Because right now he's like, I don't want Augie, the 9-month-old. I don't want Augie near me. And it's like, well, sorry, dude, you're stuck with him. Like,
We're not sending him back.
right. Like, in a year, you'll be best friends with him, so I'm not really concerned. Right now, you just don't want him near you because he's, like, wants to play with your trucks.
You are so busy. You have all these different things going on, but yet you do still carve out that time to go for the walk or run on the treadmill or lift.
Yeah.
What advice do you have for other busy moms about making that time for themselves?
I just know that whatever it is, whether if it's not exercise, it's reading or it's like meeting up with friends, whatever recharges you, like you got to do that. And I say it to my husband too, because it's not just about me, it's about him too. Like he needs that recharge. So whatever I got to do to get it done, I'm going to get it done. So even if it's not like the prettiest run or the nicest, like I'm not lifting the heaviest I could that day, like at least I took those 30 minutes or whatever to do something.
So do you flat out put it on your schedule, on your to-do list?
Sometimes, yeah. So like Google Calendar now, you can like do tasks. I don't know, maybe you could do this all along and I just figured it out. So every day, like I'll make the a task on that day, what my workout's gonna be. So I'll do it like the night before and then I'll be like, oh, that's what I'm gonna do. So either like I wake up and I can like check the box. I'm a very like cross things off a list person. So it makes me feel good to do that. And I'm also someone who will like have a to-do list and I'll write something I've already done just so I can cross it off.
Do that many times.
Yes.
I'm right there with you. I think that's a woman thing. As I've navigated the world, I don't necessarily see my husband adding, did this today, here we go, but I sure will.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, though, women also can easily compare themselves. What advice do you have for women who are struggling right now and comparing themselves to other women, other moms, and they're telling themselves, I should be able to handle more?
I just think that everyone's circumstances are so different. Like I hate the saying of like, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. Like, no, I don't have the same as like Beyonce. Like one, I like don't have the same like capacity of like staff. Well, I have no staff, so I should make that clear. But like it's not equal. Like that's comparing like caviar to like canned tuna. Like
vastly different, I've heard.
Yes, exactly. So like I from the jump hate that phrase. And then also like I don't like comparing my kids to other kids, so I try to tell myself, like, why am I doing that to myself? Like, stop comparing what you can get done or what you can handle to what someone else can handle. And everyone else is using different tools. So, like, maybe talk to somebody, and if they're using a tool you think could be helpful to you, like, you should do that too, or give it a try. And, like, I just don't think there's any shame in utilizing what's around you, but also being able to say, like, I'm tapping out here. Like, this is it. Like, I love my 3 kids, but I am tapping out at 3. Like, that's it. That's all I can handle.
I'm glad you mentioned the phrase, we all have the same 24 hours. I was emceeing an event 3 weeks before our first was due. And I said that. We all have the same 24 hours. And I look back at that woman 3 weeks away from having her first, and I think, you had no clue what the heck you were talking about. Talking to all of these women who were moms, and I think, oh, God, I really wish I could redo it, because you are spot on, and especially once you become a mom.
Oh, yeah.
It's so segmented, the time that you do have.
Oh, exactly. And even, like, I know people will be like, well, you say do it during nap time, but like I sat on the couch during nap time and like scrolled on my phone. It's like, okay, well, don't be mad at yourself about that. Like you did a brain dump. Like I do that too. It's whether I did it like at 9:30 at night in my bed or at 2 p.m. on the couch. Like we all do it. It's like, don't be upset with yourself for doing something like that.
But that's something I have been struggling with. One of my New Year's resolutions this year was to wake up at 4 and run before the kids got up. And there was some momentum, but once my daughter decided she wants to be up at 4, it's now like, once I get them in bed at 7:30, I'm done. I can't even think of setting the alarm 30 to 40 minutes earlier than what it already is.
Oh, no. And like my husband and I have this running joke of like, I'm going to wake up early and do it. And he's like, are you actually? Or are you going to wake up and like think about the other times you can do it? So most of the time, like the intention is there, but then I think, well, actually, I could squeeze it in here. And I like squeezing it in there better than doing it at 6 a.m. Sue me. Like,
It's different for everyone. And as Natalie mentioned earlier, she used to work in a hospital setting. I like even the idea of going up and down the steps.
oh, yeah. I mean, or like, I know like BJC campus, like BJH is much bigger. People could go for walks outside better there than I could. But it's just something different. I also know that the floor I was on, we started a kind of like a calming room, but they put weights and like a spin bike in there so you could do it during like your off time. And I was like, oh, okay, I see you.
And so many businesses are going that way. I've been at Channel 4 for 14 years, and moving into this space, they decided to add a gym.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and there was talk about, well, do enough people use it? Should we now repurpose that space to do a podcasting room? And they went around and asked enough people, and they're like, no, do not get rid of that space.
Yeah.
This is our saving grace.
Well, yeah, because it's like, oh, if I have 15 minutes, like I'll just hopping on a treadmill and walking for 15 minutes is more than 15 minutes that you did before. That's like my other thing is like, I'd rather see people do 10 minutes of little workouts throughout the day than being like, if I don't get my hour, it didn't count. And it's like, no. Who cares?
It all adds up.
Right.
We've done stories on Great Day. I think we called it like fitness snacking, where you do a 5-minute snack of it or 10 minutes, whatever you have at that current time. As we do wrap up this conversation, we've been talking a lot to moms. Let's expand it by talking to people who talk to moms.
Yeah.
What are things you think more moms should be told encouragement-wise?
We kind of already discussed it, but like the bounce back culture, I think that should be like of the wayside. And I'm not saying like you can recognize when someone looks good. Like, and I think it does make people feel good to be recognized. Like, I'm putting in a lot of hard work. Like, of course I want to be like, oh, you look really good today. Like, that's okay. There's a difference between that and a difference between being like, oh, you lost all the baby weight. It's like, you don't need to say it explicitly like that. You just be like, hey, you look good today. And like, leave it at that. And I also just think like telling moms that it's okay to do whatever it takes for your mental sanity to get like through the day. So whether that is like when dad gets home, handing the baby over and going for a 20-minute walk outside, like go do that. Same with like waking up at 6, and if that's your time to shine, like go shine. Like just making the time that's going to make you happy.
And in the lead up to Mother's Day, acknowledgement.
Yes. Oh, biggest thing. Like just telling moms that they're doing a really good job. Or like, I really love on Instagram lately, like, first off, I unfollow any toxic moms on Instagram. Like, I don't need to see that. But if I see, like, there's a lot of, like, oh, send this to your wife, or you're a mom that's doing a really kick-ass job or whatever. Sorry if I just swore. You DMing that to someone. I think you DM me it. Like, I love when people do that. Like, just, like, flying under the radar, a little something like that when you open Instagram and that's the first thing you saw, like, it makes you feel good.
Yeah. Or even telling your coworker, I'm so lucky in our lifestyle team, Sam, Paige, and I are each in the same season of life. We each have 2 little ones, careers with no flexibility, and just showing up to work and saying, the fact that you made it here today is pretty awesome. Yeah. Like, well done. You killed it.
Exactly. Hard part's over.
Yes.
Like, You walked in the door.
Who cares how you look when you walk in the door? You made it.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Sometimes we're running on caffeine and smiles and who knows what else.
Oh, that's me most of the days. Coke Zero is always running through my veins.
Whatever works. For my husband, it's Diet Dr. Pepper. Oh, well, happy Mother's Day to you. And happy Mother's Day to all of you watching. I'm always open to ideas to have more people just like Natalie in the hot seat, sharing so many tips and tricks and life lessons and motivation too. Until next time, friends, thank you for listening. Thank you for learning. And thank you for being live with Laura.